so we're gonna break it down. Hi, I'm Gina. Welcome back to Tight Ship Mama. If you're new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button right there. I put a new video out every Monday where I teach you how to run your home like a tight ship, using the practices of decluttering, budgeting, meal planning, implementing routines, and a little personal development. So we've got this huge patio in our backyard, and it's a little intimidating sometimes to decorate such a big, vast space. So today I'm going to show you how I break down our patio into manageable sections that I decorate. So let's begin with talking about the furniture itself. All of the furniture that you see here is mid-century wrought iron that I spent about 2 years collecting from estate sales and off of Craigslist, and I want to give a public thank you to my husband for traveling all over God's creation land to get the furniture when I said, hey, I found a great deal. So thank you. And the cushions are from a store called At Home, and I will link that in the description box below because that is an online retailer if you're looking for cushions. It's a really good price and they're having a sale right now. So the furniture itself will eventually have to be stripped and repainted, but everything, of course, if you follow me, has to be done on a budget. So it's just gonna take a little bit of time. In the meantime, I've got cushions that I'm really happy with, and we just cover up the imperfections. When I'm beginning to decorate for a season, especially summer, sometimes I start with a particular plant or flower. Sometimes I start with a color scheme. This year I decided I wanted the whole patio to kind of feel a little more tropical. So I started with the idea of tropical plants. And these plants I picked up for about $12 each at a grocery store type of a chain where we live. And you know me, of course, to keep it budget friendly, I can either bring these into my house in the fall and add to my houseplant collection, but I'm getting a little bit short on space because I've got a lot of plants going on. So another budget-friendly tip is that in the fall, I might actually sell these back on Facebook Marketplace. So let me just show you what I'm gonna do. Back here, I have saved the plastic containers that most of the plants have come in. So there's like about 3 here and 2 here. And these are gonna be just fine in this container all summer long. And eventually, if they get really big and I keep them, then I will transplant them. But it will make it really easy for me to resell on Marketplace if I have these containers. So hang on to those and you'll be able to resell them if you want to. When I am thrifting and going to estate sales, pots for my plants are always something that I'm looking out for. And I would encourage you to do the same if you're out thrifting, because they are always reusable and they can get very expensive. And if you're not totally sure about the color scheme that you want or the style that you like, stick with terracotta because they are timeless and classic, and you can always paint them to match your decor when you figure out what direction you want to take it. I picked up these new this year, and this is another thing, it just takes time. I'm gonna repeat that so many times because it's a long process when you have a home to decorate it and stay within budget. So every year I just try to add a few more things that I've bought. So this year it was the pots, and I purchase annuals, but another trick for you is instead of doing annuals in your pots, go ahead and purchase perennials. They're gonna be a little bit more per unit, but in the fall you can plant them in your garden, and then it's really an investment in your future garden, and you can split them and they will pay for themselves in a matter of years. When I decorate a space, I do want to break it down into usable parts. So this is our fire pit area, and I've tried to create a little cozy conversation pit here. Again, to decorate the exterior, I'm going to bring in things from my inside of my home. So again, you know me guys, I shop my house. This is from inside. This is a pillow that my Aunt Ginny hand painted that I think is so summery and beautiful, so I brought that outside. Now, if I didn't have the fire pit, I would definitely do an outdoor carpet here. And the same rules apply outside as they do inside, my rules at least. I think everything should be on the carpet. So not half on, half off, that kind of thing. Or just your coffee table underneath, or only area rug under a coffee table or something like that. but make it kind of obvious and make it so it creates a usable space. And even Aldi had very reasonable outdoor carpets this year, and if you want to try to keep costs down a little bit more, buy the same carpet in smaller sizes and just piece them together. Again, we have more chaise lounges here that I've separated to kind of give people another option if they want to have a little more privacy, but I've tied it together with the rest of the patio using, again, the same tropical plants. And that just ties it in. You could tie it in with color, you can tie it in with plant type, whatever you like. It's your house, you do what you like. So the last section of our patio is what we call our eating area or our dining area. And most nights when we eat out here, we will just add 2 more chairs to this table here. But if we've had a bad day, we can always have a kids table and an adult table. And as I've said before, this furniture is in desperate need of repainting. So I've just covered the ugly with some pretty tablecloths, and these are always available at estate sales and thrift stores. This happened to come from an antique store in New Mexico, and this one came from my friend. When she was decluttering, she gave it to me, and I thought it was just beautiful. Her mother actually created this tulip design. So my little girls, also to bring in some fun, we had a father-daughter dance out here because of quarantine. They didn't get to have it for real. So my girls brought out the Christmas lights and they decorated here. And I'm going to actually keep them for the whole summer, and I think I might string them from the trees to the house just to give it more of that restaurant European feel that I love, and I think that'll be great. Our entire patio has this planter wall all around, but it is in desperate need of repair, and I have sunk so much money trying to find plants that work in it, and nothing works. I've tried so many summers. So I have given up, except for this little area that happens to thrive. So I just went with the white and the green because I love a white and green garden, and that's actually gonna be another video later on this summer because I am creating a white and green perennial garden just around the corner that I will show you guys at another time. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my patio and learned a little something about how I break down a really big space into manageable sections to decorate. And remember, living on a budget and decorating something this big, it takes time, and sometimes it takes years, but enjoy the process. Try to enjoy the hunt for just the right linens and just the right cushions, and you'll build a beautiful patio, garden, and life on a budget. Have a great week. I will see you next Monday.